Hi, I'm Rodney Ferguson, tour guide based in Belfast. Very welcome to Belfast, our city that we're all very proud of. We're standing on top of the Cave Hill looking down at the whole of the city. Where we're standing now, we're just at the bottom of the first of the five famous caves that the Belfast Cave Hills are called after. Originally probably used by the natives to mine some gold or some iron out of the hills. So there's 5 caves in total, and behind me here is what's known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. In the 1700s, when the people of Belfast had their summer festivals and their summer parties, they came up into the hills here to get away from the smells and the smoke of Belfast, and this would have been where the spring festivals, normally at Easter and then in the autumn, would have been held in this little hollow here. So you can imagine thousands of Belfast people, all the workers, would have come up here and had their parties and celebrations. We're standing in front of Belfast Castle, beautiful castle now owned by the city and open to all the citizens and all the visitors. There's a little museum in it, and there's a beautiful canteen as well, so you can have a nice cup of coffee and sit out and enjoy the sun. The castle was finished in 1870 by the 3rd Marquis of Donegal, so he had to rely on his wife's money to pay for the finish of the castle, and then it came into ownership of the Belfast City Council in 1935. And the remains of the old family were moved from the crypt in the church at the castle down to the crypt in St Nicholas's Church in Ferguson. But the castle really sits on top of the city. You can hire out the rooms for meetings and conferences and sit in the lounge like the lords and ladies of Belfast and look out over the city. So a beautiful place to visit. In the gardens there's 9 cats, so it's an amazing place for children to walk around and try and find the 9 cats that are hidden within the garden. Beautiful place to just come and sit and admire the view.
Here we are, guys. We're now down in city centre. We've come off the mountain. Guys, in Belfast we have loads of beautiful things, fantastic things, particularly in the city centre. Here we'll have street art, we have amazing pubs. Guys, we have also got tongue-in-cheek humour like this. Guys, we have a colloquialism in Belfast that when the sun comes out, tops off. Guys, this is a warning. No topless bathing, Ulster has suffered enough. Guys, for me, this is the humour of Belfast. Guys, I also wanted, on my right hand side here, I want to point out a relic of our past. Guys, this pub is known as the Sunflower Pub. It's an amazing pub. Guys, I don't discriminate when it comes to pubs. I'm a big fan of them all. But this here pub in particular is one of my favourites. In Belfast, we're better known for our troubled history, but in recent years, we're more commonly known for the beautiful street art around the city. Guys, Belfast, we rival cities like Berlin, Bethlehem, Rio. We also have a lot of international street artists, and they'll come to visit Belfast. Busiest week in Belfast City is a week known as Culture Night. It normally comes in the last weekend of September. Guys, in Culture Night, it runs alongside between an event also known as Hit the North. In 2019 Hit the North, we had 40 international street artists. They come, they use the streets of Belfast, they use the blank walls as canvas, and they completely decorate this city. Here we are in Commercial Court. Guys, Commercial Court would be one of the most bustling parts of Belfast. It's in the Cathedral Quarter. Guys, in the Cathedral Quarter you find many beautiful things. Particularly a pub like this, you'll find the Duke of York. Guys, again, you'll find lots of beautiful flowers, lots of beautiful street art, lots of beautiful public art, some Belfast sinks, and again, lots of seats for sitting and dining and drinking your beer. Here we are at Belfast City Hall. Guys, in 1888, Belfast was made a city, and we built this beautiful building behind me in 1906. Guys, we built this building behind us to reflect the city status that we had. Guys, why did we have that city status? Because we punched above our weight in many of the industries that we involved ourselves in. Guys, in Belfast, we had the largest shipbuilding, we had the largest linen production, the largest rope making, the largest whiskey exporter. Guys, For such a small place, we've done really well. So we're now at the Titanic Museum. Guys, it's Titanic by size, Titanic by nature, Titanic by name. Guys, when I say Titanic by size, this was the size of Titanic. Guys, when I say Titanic by nature, this is the home of Titanic, and it's also called the Titanic Museum. Guys, it would be one of my preferences to anybody visiting Belfast. I would totally recommend it. I recommend not just the museum, the surrounding areas. We were down the Titanic slipways, and in Belfast we love to embrace the giant spirit. Guys, behind us we have Titanic, and guys, just over here we have the two largest cranes in the world. Guys, Harland and Wolff, they were also the largest shipbuilders in the world, and they were 160 years old this week. Guys, but this crane here is Goliath, and the one behind me is Samson. Guys, below Samson we have the film set of Game of Thrones. Some would regard it as the most successful television show ever made. Guys, Belfast is regarded as its home. And below Goliath, we also have St Mark's Church. Guys, St Mark's Church is where C.S. Lewis, he took the inspiration, some of the inspiration, for him to write The Land, the Witch and the Wardrobe.